concept of internal energy. So this is one of the important concepts before going to the thermodynamics. Yes or no? So in thermodynamics, you should understand what is internal energy. So I have written already the definition. What? Internal energy of a system is the sum of different kinds of energy possessed by a system. Then what is this? So it is nothing but it is the total of all the types of energy together, okay, in a system. This this internal energy, it is symbolically denoted as U or E we will take, but like most preferred is U. So I'll take internal energy as U. So it is what? Sum of all the energies in a system. You know already system, what is system, okay? If I consider one system, then total energy, different types of energy, all together the sum will be your internal energy. So mainly it constitutes of, it is constituting of kinetic energy and potential energy. Okay, in term like, again kinetic energy, again when you divide kinetic energy, we have translation. In physics you will learn translational, then you have vibrational, and then you have rotational. So like these all will come, okay, in kinetic energy. Yes. Similarly, again when you go for potential energy, intermolecular potential energy will be there. Yes. Like intermolecular we can talk about. Intermolecular potential energy will be there, nuclear will be there, so etc. So like many energies will be there, okay, and potential energies will be many. So like internal energy is what now? Sum of all these energies, okay. Again kinetic we have these many, potential we have so many, okay. Again sum of all these energies will be your internal energy. But in case of ideal gas, when you consider in case of ideal gas, you know that for ideal gas your potential energy will be zero. Yes, for ideal gas what happens? Your potential energy will be zero. Why potential energy will be zero? You know that always the gas molecules will be in random motion, random zigzag motion. They do not have the rest, okay. They are always in the motion. For perfect ideal gas I am talking about, isn't it? So if I take they are never at rest, then potential energy will be zero. Then kinetic energy, always they possess only the kinetic energy. So in case of ideal gas, what I can take? U is equal to only kinetic energy plus potential energy zero. Then whatever the kinetic energy will be there, that will be your internal energy. Yes, in case of ideal gas. So now you already know one equation, how that kinetic energy is given, 3 by 2 nRT. So U is equal to 3 by 2 nRT. Okay, this is the equation which you give for kinetic energy. Okay, so where U is internal energy, then 3 by 2 is a constant, N is number of moles of gas, R is gas constant, and T is the temperature. Now why I derived that relation? Because to understand like internal energy is function of what? So now by this expression clearly you can understand that your internal energy is a function of temperature. Yes, because these all are constants. These all are constants. So your internal energy will be must and should a function of your temperature. So you can tell now your internal energy is what? It's a function of temperature. I mean your U is directly proportional to F of T. Yeah. So now you got to know that it's a function of temperature. Now tell me, if I take the temperature to be constant, that is if T is constant, I take T is constant. If T is constant implies what? Delta T equal to 0. Yes. If I take T as constant, then delta T, change in temperature, will be 0. If change in temperature is 0, then obviously your internal energy will be also 0. Yes. So this implies what? Your delta U will be 0. Yes. You can take it as if delta T is 0, then delta U is also 0. Why? Because your internal energy is a function of temperature. So what conclusion you can derive is internal energy is a function of temperature. At the same time, if temperature is kept constant, and usually where temperature is kept constant, yes, in which process? You know that it is isothermal process. In isothermal process, your T is constant, yes or no? Your state variable T is kept constant. T is constant. So for all isothermal process, your delta U will be 0. Okay, your internal energy will be 0. Change in internal energy. Okay, so this is all about the introduction to internal energy. So now we will study whether this internal energy is a state function or a path function. Okay, in one of my video I have done the state function and path function. You can see that video. So state function means it depends only on the state, and path functions means it depends upon the path. Now here internal energy Q is a state function. Remember, internal energy, very important it is, okay? Internal energy is a state function. State function means what? It depends upon only the initial and final state. That is, your internal energy is always given by U2 minus U1. Or else what you can take? U final means final state minus initial state. Okay? So here your internal energy is clearly a state function because it is depending only on the initial and final states, but not on the path taken or path traveled. Okay? And then coming to the extensive or intensive properties, even I have done a video on that properties. Okay? So extensive means they depend upon the amount of substance, and intensive means they do not. Fine. So now how about internal energy? Internal energy is an extensive property. This is also very important. Internal energy is extensive property. Why it is extensive property? Because it is depending upon the mass of substance, that is amount of substance. So you know that your U is nothing but your kinetic energy. Internal energy is nothing but kinetic energy in case of an ideal gas. Yes. So now see, if your energy is more, then internal energy is more. Yes. If your energy is less, then internal energy is less. It is depending upon the amount of substance present. Yes. So energy is more when you have more matter. Yes. If it is less, then it is less. So it is depending upon the amount of substance. Hence we can tell that it is an extensive property. And a very important note regarding internal energy is that we cannot measure the internal energy directly. Okay? We cannot measure internal energy, but we can only measure is change in internal energy. Only delta U can be found. So internal energy we cannot measure. Only the thing we can do is we can have the measurement of change in internal energy. Okay? This is all about the introduction to internal energy. I hope you understood. Thank you.